They busted in and Donnie McClurkin'd me at the Hilton. Want to hear about it? Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome on into the virtual sanctuary of the St. James Show. I'm your host. I'm your prelate. I am the diocesan of the 16th Episcopal District of the Carnal Church Sector. Maybe I'll need to say the first Episcopal District. Whatever. I am him, St. James. And please, I appreciate you coming through, but don't just come through and hit that subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, do hit that like button for me and turn on all your notifications. Turn on the bell, all right? So you will know each and every time I come live. Do share on all of your social media websites, Instagram, Facebook, X, OnlyFans, Just for Fans. Share it everywhere, all right? And become an exclusive member by clicking the link in the description and be one of our monthly members that supports the St. James Show. And as always, all through the show, if you would like to give, we have our goal set for tonight. And we also have our ways to give right there, scrolling at the bottom, all right? So I appreciate each and every one of you for coming through on this Monday night. How was your Monday? Let me know how your Monday was, everybody. What's up, Heavenly Dove? Thank you for coming through. Yes, Lady Dimples, Antoine Cooks got Linda Gibson's song, and got it in the morning and I got it at night. I got it on my feet and I got it right. I got it. This day by day. Oh, Linda Gibson is a who. What's up, CJ? Thank you for coming through. Oh, Messy JB is in the house. He's by way of beefing sector. What's up, Dion? Good to see you. Alex Corbin is in the building. What's up, T. Davis? Beautiful Giselle is here. Thank you for being a member as well. All my members who are in green. Thank you so much, Princess. You're in green. Yes, you are. JP, thank you for being a member. I appreciate you, JP. What's up, CC? Thank you for your support. Miss Ann Queen. The Queen has blessed us tonight. We thank you for coming through. Thank you for being a member there. Evangelist Ann Brock. What's up, Angela Smith? Nicole is in the building. Oh, yes, she is. Nicole is in the building. Slips on glasses. Yeah. What's up? Pamela Joy Moore. Got all your names in here. We're going to be looking for you. Yeah. We talked about that I talked about that yesterday. Yeah. Talked about it yesterday. Go to that. Jared Cooper, good to see you. Thank you for being a faithful member. Appreciate you. The Faith Nation is up in the building. Where is your faith? Say you had a problem. Tell me about it. Come on, Cleveland. Terry Hicks is in the building. Where is your faith? You know, he used to talk like, where's your faith in God? Marcus McNeely is in the building. Thank you so much. I saw green, so we have to go all the way down, and we have to acknowledge my colors get acknowledgement around these parts. Thank you so much, Uncle Paul. Make sure everybody hits like on our super chats. Hits like on our super chats as they come in tonight. The doors of the church are now open. What's up, Inspire is in the building. Thank you. Yes. Don't just come in, everybody. Come in and hit that like button. Yes. Who else is up in here? Breezy is in here. Magnum is here. Denise Moore. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Charmaine is here. Shelby's here. The Bushes is up in the bushes tonight. What's going on over there at the beef sec? Let me say Resto. Let me get the count up. Resto and Lemon trying to do a fake fight. That's probably never going to happen because as I'm saying that, yeah, as Nessa said and the rest of them, how they going to fight? They won't even come on camera. So you think we're going to be watching Lemon waddle around that ring? No, that's not going to happen. Because if they were really going to fight, I would go to Vegas. But we know that's not going to happen. These people won't even come on camera long enough to get into a fight in a ring so everybody's cameras can be like this. Everybody's camera go be up. What? Oh, okay. Thank you. Y'all already sent a catch. I appreciate y'all. I'll acknowledge a little bit later. Yeah, but what else is going on? And Ness is coming back. What else is going on? I don't really know. Oh, Brian, that woman cussed Brian out today. That was a hoot. He laid up in the hospital talking about let him die in peace. Why are you on live? Why are you clicking on the live and you in the hospital? Talk about you about to have a surgery. Just chill out, Carter. Carter Church. I'm just ranting real quick. What's up, Shelby? Thank you. Looking forward to this. Yes. He ain't fighting nothing but himself. That's what he gonna water bugs. He need to be fighting that Taylor port he swallows down every night. That's what he need to fight. His poor liver is fighting. That's what you said. Lemon already, so he wasn't doing because he didn't want to box. No, he didn't want to box. I figured it all out. Does these competitions and he announces them all ahead of time so it can be some type of content so they can talk about that for 3 months. So thank you so much, Angela Smith, for becoming a member, becoming one of my favorite saints over there. Yeah, favorite saint. Oh, it doesn't say that there. I gotta look on here. The phone. Gotcha. It don't say that on StreamYard. What's up, Looney Davis? I'm guessing you said have no fear, Mr. Looney D is here. Okay, all right. We shall. I have no reason to fear. The Lord is my light. The Lord is my light. Well, let's get into some things. Listen here, I got Donnie McClurkin'd over there at the Hilton this weekend. Let me break this down. Give me a minute, though. What's up, Sugar Love? What a name. Sugar Love. We are sending our condolences to Ty Tribbett, the artist Ty Tribbett. He lost his father on today, T. Tyrone Tribbett Sr. So we are sending love and life over there to the Tribbett family and friends and those who are associated with the Tribbett family who knew and loved the Bishop Tyrone Tribbett. So let's put some emojis in the chat. Let's put some emojis in the chat to show our love and appreciation and that we care. We do care. We care for when people, loved ones do pass away. So listen, let the doves fly. All right. What's up, Pray Eric? Good to see you. So we are definitely going to keep the Tribbett family in our prayer. We know that Ty is going to send him away well. So we can very much depend and count on that. We are still on Jimmy Swaggart watch. God is seeing fit to let him hang on just a little bit longer. So prayers are still going up for Jimmy Swaggart. They I believe they haven't really gave a lot of update on him, but they are did I put that up there? Oh, I must have did that twice. Okay, let me delete it right here. But they are keeping us abreast as much as they can for those of you who care. I know some of y'all say, tell Jesus hello. But that's not nice. That's not nice. We are going to, for as long as Jesus wants him to live and stay on the earth, we are going to obey the will of God. That's what we're going to do. We're going to obey the will of God. All right. So prayers up for Jimmy Swaggart. What's up, Old School Heart? What's up, Sean? Sean Talks. Sean, ooh, was you over in that chat, Sean? I seen you over in that chat. Ooh, did anybody go see Jives earlier today? Lord have mercy. See, that's why I don't get involved with those kind of stories, because even though it's probably something that needs to be put out, it just needs to be put out in a certain way. People send me that kind of stuff all the time, and I always say, did you go back to the person? Have you gave the person, a chance to let them know they gonna be exposed? No, I'm just gonna do it. Well, go to somebody else. Go to somebody else. Bye. Get out of here. Brothers, sisters, 65, their mom service. Oh, the mom service is next Monday. Okay. The Nelson. Okay, next button Monday. All right. That we're gonna get to that in a minute, Sean. But the orange man says there's a ceasefire. Now, Israel and them said ain't no ceasefire. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on around here. He said he says it's a ceasefire. He lies, right? Y'all know y'all president lies. Y'all know he a liar. So we just gonna sit back and see what happens. Somebody said, let me know what y'all gonna do before I pay my rent. let me see what these attacks going before I pay my rent. Thank you so much, Sean, for helping me reach my goal. Help me reach my goal. I can reach my goal. Oh, Dorinda and them. Thank you so much. We only need 2 more, and I've reached my goal for the night. Sending heartfelt, yes. They will hurt a lot of people, a lot of damage done. That's what I'm saying, And then it's really rough. And if some of you don't know what's going on, Jives had a guy over there who just outed out a bishop, a pastor. I guess he's a pastor in the Pentecostal Churches of the Apostolic Faith, PCFF. Bishop Lambert's under Bishop Lambert Gates. Bishop Lambert Gates is keeping a lot of interesting preachers around him. Karn is supposed to be his covering as well. Karn was over there with Bishop Bonner earlier. Bishop Bonner was over there speaking good. Karn don't give a flying flip about none of y'all. He is living his life. He about to have a conference with Bishop Jakes, Bishop Bonner. Vincent Bohannon gonna be over there singing. S.Y. Younger, Chris Pell over there gonna be singing. Who else gonna be preaching? A lot of people over there preaching. He ain't thinking about y'all talking about him. Okay? He not thinking about y'all. So he's over there with Bishop Bronner, Dale Bronner over there. Bonner. Is it Bonner, Bronner, B-R or B-O? I can never get that together. But he was over there with him. The man was speaking good now. Bishop Bronner is good. He can be. God got kids. And he said, I need to have these conferences. I need to get this in. I got kids to take care of. I ain't thinking about y'all. Tonight is brought to you inspired by Jam Jar. All right. Yeah. Bronner. Okay. All right. There we go with an R. With an R. That's what I thought. He's the Diddy 2.0, won't stop, can't stop, all that, That's who Brian Carn is. He ain't thinking about y'all. He's going to continue to get some and continue to preach and live his life while y'all over here mad. It ain't me. Listen, okay, whatever. But we was over there at Jive. We're going to get to my story in a minute. We was over there at Jive, and then boy come out. Now, the boy is an adult worker, adult ex-worker, a self-proclaimed, and he said that he'd been squindoodling with this Bishop Matthews or something for about a year or so. I guess he knew him and owned Grindr, and from Grindr, and then somebody sent him. But my thing, why would somebody just randomly send him the guy's live from yesterday at church? But he said the guy was under another name. How would that person, maybe I missed it, Sean, maybe I missed it, but how would that person know to send him the live from the man preaching yesterday and for him to say, oh, that's the man I've been sleeping with? Because he said the guy used a fake name. So I don't understand the correlation unless he had to have told somebody that I think this guy is this guy. But then he says he didn't know who the guy was until he saw the video. So was it a random thing? The check ain't clear, baby. Let me tell you. That check did not clear. I don't think the person knew. Oh, yeah. He said he was dangling. It ain't help us should be. I ain't worried about it, Yvette. That's what I'm saying. Talk about the national. Yeah, I did. We're gonna talk about that again. It was in my live a little bit yesterday, Princess. We're gonna talk about it in a minute. And the gay guys that also are part of the crowd. Why don't we ever get on the gay? Well, my thing is, that's a problem, because especially in my opinion, the way he put it out there is a problem. It's a huge problem, because listen, now Jive did play the video of the man pretty much doing that talk that a lot of Pentecostals and preachers do. You fake. He was calling people fake. He was saying he didn't want your fake tongues. He didn't want your fake hands on me. He didn't want this fake. But come to find out, you slipping and dipping. So I can understand both sides of that, but what I don't like about it, he has a wife, he has 3 or 4 children. And so you are willing to destroy a family instead of going to that person first and saying, you know what? You need to repent. I just found out who you are. And the boy is his father is deceased, but he was a pastor. So he's a preacher's kid. He's a PK. He's talking about he taking all of my juices and that just brings me to another thing. The pastor sleeping with these boys with no protection. With no protection. What's up, Rosalind? And that's another aspect of it. Now, I can understand, and I don't know what his regimen is, the adult worker. Maybe he's on prep, maybe he's on some other things. But again, we're looking at him, but we're also looking at you, because you spreading your seed in shallow ground. The ground is not good, and you spreading your seed all around. And you talking about he got to wipe it out of him before it is after 6, right? He got to wipe it out of him before he get with his wife. And it's like, now you telling us that y'all are having relations with absolutely no protection. That's what I'm saying. So it's like a slippery slope here. Yes. He needs to be found out, because you're putting your wife and your kids and everybody, you're putting them in danger. But Pastor destroying his own family. KJ is making it happen fast. Oh, it's going to happen at 110 miles an hour now, Shelby. Yeah. But, and then the guy, he's on there, he's a preacher's PK. 1 minute he's talking really gross and disgusting, and the next minute he's talking the Bible. That's what happens. That's what happens. But I was just picking up a lot of stuff and a lot of. It's like, is this guy mad at church? Is he mad? And I don't like to always go there, but it's just I was just picking up a lot of different things on this guy, and I'm like. And then and I guess he has his covering, and he goes to San Franklin's church, and they were like, "Should we call? Don't you call San Franklin?" And my thing is, San Franklin come out of Walter Hawkins in Love Center in Oakland, so I know San Franklin don't have the heart like that to just bust people out. She's just not that person. And y'all hit that like button. We only have 71 likes, y'all. Almost 300 people. Come on, y'all. Y'all hit that. I guess that's what the bishop told that boy to hit that. In the car, in the F-150, talking about you might want to clean the seats. Oh, Lord. It was a lot going on in that live. It was a whole lot going on. But I was saying, no. Y'all don't call San. San don't want nothing to do with that. I think she had a conversation with the boy, and I guess he attends her church, but he's not in ministry anymore at the church. But at one time, I guess he was. But maybe I think she's still maybe his spiritual covering. Well, we all love a good spiritual covering. But anyway, I think she was telling him some, good stuff. Like, I don't think I would have done it like that. I think you needed to do it another way. But, as Vanessa Bell says, secret is out. Oh, it was a mess, darling. Oh, it was a whole hot mess, Nicole. Oh, geez. Oh, there was just a lot of things that shouldn't have been said, not on the public forum. Jeez. Oh, but I guess it was good for his, his channel, his content. Well, there was a whole lot that shouldn't have been said. We just have to feel sorry for the wife who had to find out that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But my thing is, a lot of times, and I will say this, a lot of times these wives, especially first ladies, they cover a lot, y'all. They cover a whole lot. I'm going to be speaking to one pretty soon as she get all her stuff handled. I'm going to be speaking to her because I wanted to speak to that aspect of having to always cover up the sins and the proclivities of their husbands. Thank you so much, Sister Hamilton. I appreciate you putting the color on it. Thank you so much. We need one more. We met our goal, all right? But, so I'm not going to take the stance that I believe that she probably didn't have an idea. I'm not going to take that stance. The record said his pastor set the record straight. Okay. Did she ever come on? I hope she didn't. Hit that. Come here, hit that. Oh, she came on. Okay, she did come. Okay. Spoke a good word. Oh, good. I was just hoping because I didn't want her to get involved in a way where it'll be too murky for her, because I know San Franklin comes out of love. Thank you so much, Kevin Moore, for making it rain in the sanctuary. Thank you so much. Oh, it was a lot. It was a lot going on over there, Kevin. I saw you over there. But I'm glad you guys are saying, because after a while, I'm not even going to hold y'all. I got tired of watching because I got tired of the salaciousness of it. We all nasty and freaks, and we know what goes on. But, sometimes it's like, thank you, Randall Parker. Y'all keep the colors coming in the sanctuary. Y'all keep it up. God bless you. But we all understand what goes on when we doing the do. Sometimes you just don't gotta say. It just started getting a lot, and then it started getting a little murky with a lot of the scriptures. A lot of people like to throw a lot of scriptures out to make it, and he's a adult star, JB. It was J Rock or something like that. Rock of all ages, I'll rock your world. I don't know, Joey Rock. I don't know, something like that. But he's very, very proud of him being an adult worker. Extremely proud. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Tweety. It was just a little too extra vulgar. And then to throw out scriptures after that, I was like, come on now. Don't try to prove to us that. And then the whole thing about can't no gay preacher preach to me. Vision Church took astray. Some other church took astray, Inclusive Church. And it's like you're going to these churches, you don't believe that they're saved because he's a whole gay guy who has been in the church seemingly all his life, but he doesn't believe that any of them are saved. So I'm thinking there was some things that still need to be kind of worked out of him. There you go, Katrina. She said there's a difference between righteous exposure versus vindictive exposure. And I think he was trying to say it was because he had a wife and he had children. Well, that should be the point where you should actually be a little bit more cautious. Not saying you shouldn't say anything. I ain't saying that. Well, you should be a little more, take a little more caution how you tell it. It's a good thing to say, listen in, Negro, I've been plowing you in my car for over a year and with no protection. And now I found out yesterday that you a pastor. Not only you a pastor, but you a bishop in the Lord's church. And you under Bishop Lambert Gates, the Pentecostal churches of the apostolic faith. And I think you need to come clean or I'm going to clean you up. I think that's maybe a better way to do that. Using scriptures don't make you say, yeah. That didn't impress me at all. Then at one time, I think he started singing gospel at one time. And I'm like, see, there's some things that need to be addressed here. They just jumped first. And when he said he was 25, I understood it, Sean. I said, that's that age. That's still that age when you in church and that's that age, Sean. Yeah. The police. He's 25 and lie. Well, let me tell you, I don't know. Kevin say he's immature. Somebody should have pulled him before he started. But it seemed like to me, Kevin, I don't think he's one of the ones who would listen. I think he just will do his thing how he wants to do it. Under Gates, Katrina. Yeah, after this, go watch the replay. Don't go now. But what is expected? I don't know what he expects to gain from this. And it's like sometimes, I'm not saying this is what he does. He's one of those, but a lot of time, hurt people from the church like to really come down on other people they feel are not doing right in the church. And sometimes that's that happens. They're not fully healed over what they've gone through, and they're ready to knock everybody out. Everybody going down. What's up, Leah Marie? He didn't do it for gain. He was offended, exposed. He didn't do it for gain. He was offended. So you're saying he was just offended that he was breaking off the bishop? What I don't understand what you're saying by that, Leah. Yeah. This girl was not hurt. She broke. And then they said they ain't had a job since he been 19, regular 9 to 5. And he kind of gawked at the 9 to 5ers and his Badusi and his whatever he is. He said he'd been doing this work since he was 19 and he's 25. So he was very proud of his accomplishments. Extremely proud. Did y'all hit that like button for me? Y'all hit the like button. Continue to make it rain colors in the chat for me. All right. Listen, when is it Sarah? Is it Sarah's birthday? Speaking of 25, it's my happy birthday to you. Listen, I listen here. I can't do it. No. I ain't even gonna waste my time. Let Leah do it for you, Sarah, and everybody else.
because she's blessed. So right here, I want to say happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Come on, y'all, say happy birthday. Hey, Leah, I got another birthday over there. Say happy birthday.
And happy birthday again to Sarah, Sister Hamilton, and everybody else who may be celebrating a birthday this week, today, or even this week. Mine was last week on the 18th, and I think, aren't we out of Gemini season now? Isn't it like Cancer season? I think we are. So let me know. I bet next year will be better. What are you talking about, Jordan? Whatever. These back are killing it too. Oh yeah. Well, the thing about it, you don't go pick no Johnny come latelys when you singing with people like that. You go for it. One comment that I saw. Let me see. Yeah, very judgmental. The Tweety says the one thing I picked up on this, what he does not like hypocrite, but that being said, he is still judgmental against other, extremely judgmental, trying to get into Leviticus and things like that. But it was a whole lot. It was just a whole lot, and I'm like, we'll go get some help. Whew. The bishop need help. Because the bishop over there getting plowed in his F4150 by the ex-worker with no protection. Guess he's going to say Jesus is his protection. No. Yeah, I was afraid that person had to go to the children's church Inspire. Thank you, because it was looking a little weird to me. You know, we got some weirdos, and we found out somebody else who made a new page thought we weren't gonna find it out. Oh, we found it out. And you're out of here again. Create a new page, and we'll get that one too. If your page says we created 2 or 3 days ago, you're out of here. What's up, Shardy? Yeah, my patience was slow too today. I can't take it. Inspired. All right. Let's keep this going. Before we get this thing going, can we have a selection from all the way in Detroit?
Exactly what he said he will do. He will stand by his word. Concerning you. So therefore, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. In just one way. I said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. In just one way. Because God will do everything He said He gonna do. He will stand by His word concerning you. I said, God, He's gonna do everything He said He gonna do. He will stand by His word concerning you. Hallelujah.
You know, sometimes I got to remind y'all to appreciate Prophet Manasseh around here. Every now and then I got to remind y'all. Okay? Latanya Wilson. That ain't you, was it? That ain't you, Latanya, was it? Looked like you in the picture. Hold on. Well, that wasn't you, Latanya, was it? Was that you, see? Is that B flat? B-E and then F-L. That's a good one, Ray. Wait a minute. Hope that wasn't you, daughter. Oh no, that wasn't you. Ooh, I thought you was the soloist there, Latanya. Oh, you kind of gave me that look. Kind of gave me that look. Gowns, beautiful gowns. Yeah, that's about all we can say, David. That happened on Sunday, yesterday, over there at Perfecting Church. You know, I think she got up to do the exhortation, and her exhortation was this song. But Jesse loved it. He said, "Anointing, outranks keys." That's what anointing outranks keys. So, my God, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. What's up, Courtney? You're late. That's a penalty, and you're late. Listen, everybody. We have been following a story out of Harlem, at the Abyssinian Baptist Church. We had our beautiful sister on to talk about a lawsuit that she had against Abyssinian for gender discrimination when she had applied to be the pastor of Abyssinian when Pastor Butts passed away. She applied to be the pastor, and even though having very high credentials, very experienced, and seeming like the perfect woman for the job, well, all of a sudden she found herself not worthy of even going to the final stage after they said she was the best candidate for the job. So she ended up suing Abyssinian. But that came in a judgment that it was thrown out, according to the judge. Now, the same judge who threw out her a lawsuit, also the same judge who threw out the all the charges against, Mayor Eric Adams. So I don't know what correlation that could be, but listen, she has decided to drop her appeals lawsuit against Abyssinian Baptist Church, where the new Dr. Kevin Johnson is pastor. Now they say he got in there illegally, and there's another lawsuit that is still going on. So we're going to see what that does next month. But let's read this from Dr. Eboni Marshall. After much prayer, robust dialogue with my spouse and counsel, and several important conversations with some of our friends at the ACLU, I have decided to withdraw my recent appeal against the Abyssinian Baptist Church and Valerie S. Grant. Now, Valerie S. Grant was the search committee president or head, the chair lady of the search committee at the time they were looking for a new pastor. Not because the Abyssinian Pastoral Search Committee did not discriminate against me. They did. And the court agreed that they did. Read the decision. But the fact of the matter is that even if the Second Circuit rules in my favor, the current makeup of the Supreme Court would love nothing more than to rule in favor of a patriarchal church and religious moral value. Alas, it is in the spirit of the times, given that the other case, Magruder versus Reverend Kevin R. Johnson and the Abyssinian Baptist Church, which is not about gender discrimination, but about bylaw infringement, is moving forward at this time, and based on the facts, has extremely strong chance of prevailing. I intend to throw my full support behind the Abyssinian members who are calling the church to account for its bad faith. The facts of the Abyssinian Pastoral Search Committee's gender discrimination case, discrimination against me, are recorded in court documents for all perpetuity. I am certain they will support a fine dissertation, research, and ethical reflection of all kinds in the years ahead. Because she has made a great historical movement on this. So it's great. In the meantime, I will continue to do what I have been doing for the past 21 plus years: think, write, and teach of God, teach of a God of justice. All right, there's a lot going on in my chat here. Y'all tripping? Okay. A God who is on the side of the oppressed, a God who despises liars and the interdigating sins of racism. You know, this is Dr. Turman. She's a theologian. Sinners of racism, sexism, classism, heterosexism, obliquism, queerphobia, and transphobia. As I have held throughout this process, gender discrimination has no place in God's house. 10 toes down. You know, like Whitehead. It's a New York thing. I will also continue to preach in the spirit against the church of this world. It's pseudo-charismatic men, patriarchal women, and it's a fascist commitment to violence and hatred in the name of a father and a son. Oh God. And I will always be at the ready to declare war against the Antichrist wherever it emerges, even and especially in your pulpits, you filthy rodents. All right. In God we trust. I look forward to seeing you all in court on July 17th, 9 a.m. That's when that next court date against Abyssinian will be. The book, Black Woman's Burden, Gender Violence, and the Scandal of African American Social Christianity, is forthcoming. Walk in victory. Friends, I have already won. Sign, the daughter. And that is the Dr. Eboni Marshall Turman. We are always backing Dr. Marshall Turman here. She spoke well when she came onto the show. She explained to the lawsuit. She explained the thought pattern behind it. She explained what happened during the search committee. And listen, we are behind her. So listen, she said, sign, daughter. That's what she said. Y'all hit that like button for me, please. Hit that like button. And for more information, you can always go to I believe it's DrEboniMarshallThurman.com. Something like that. Just put it in there. You'll get it. And listen here, y'all. Listen here. Let me explain something to y'all. Over 400 in the chat. I at least should have 200 likes up in here, at least. Thank you, Pete Talks. When I post something on the community wall and we put hashtags, or you see hashtags in the description, and some people don't know. So I'm not saying you're dumb, but I just want to explain that. Sometimes if you don't know who I'm talking about, or you don't know the story, you don't know, if you click on the hashtag, it'll more than likely take you to a video or something on YouTube. Even if it says nothing found, click it again, refresh it, and it comes up. So hashtags get you what you need on the internet, okay? We're not just putting the hashtags there for show or for just to take up room. They actually will connect you to whatever story, who that person is, through hashtag Marvin Winans. You click on the hashtag, it's probably going to bring up Marvin Winans videos, all right, throughout, the YouTube, or if you're doing it on Google, it'll do the same, all right? So make sure, if you don't know who I'm talking about, or you see these hashtags, make sure you click on that, okay? Y'all do that. Oh, and we're moving. Let's see what we're going to talk about next. Let's see.
All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God.
they would be able to give you a key to that one. We didn't know what was going on over there at Perfecting. The musicians tried to help her. She just wasn't going to do it. Oh, you'll be all right, Karen. You'll be all right. Katrina, you'll be all right. You said Ebony might start. She might start her own church. She might. Yeah. And boy, she said she'd be liable for the attorney. Well, that's a smart thing to do too. Might want to cut it out before all the maternity fees. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sean Renee, for putting a color on it. You said praise and worship is long, Bishop. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there. Did you get y'all t-shirts yet? I know I don't want y'all to miss out. You know, Pride Month is almost up. Did y'all get y'all t-shirts over there at Wooden yet? I hear you over there wearing people out about their dress. What y'all think about that? He was over there wearing the women out about their dress in the pulpit. I really didn't look into it. I really didn't care, to tell you the truth. So I didn't make my way over there to see what he was talking about. Yeah, no Manasseh slander around here. We don't do that. No, we don't. What y'all think about her? The apostolic woman of the church. Let's see what y'all think. Speaking of women in their attire.
Motivation is an emotion that is fleeting. It's an emotion that is going to come and it's going to go. And so if you choose to live your life based off of something that comes and goes, how will you be good at anything? How will you be successful if you're constantly working on an ebb and a flow? It doesn't work. That's not discipline. And so I've had to.
Well, you know, that is Badia Weeks. She is the granddaughter of Thomas Weeks Sr. Now, if you know the Weeks, y'all remember the Weeks now. Juanita Bynum was married to her grandfather's son. Okay? Thomas Weeks. You get it? How do you feel about that? I saw that, you know, and I was like, well, the apostolic church is taking a different route. We're not complaining, but we know the mothers probably are. The mothers of the church, Badia, B-A-D-I-A, but B as in ball. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are related. Yes, that is Thomas Weeks Sr.'s granddaughter. Yeah. I wasn't too sure. I didn't think, did Thomas Weeks have any kids? Thomas Weeks Jr.? I don't think that's his daughter. I don't know who named that poor child. I don't know. Yeah, so that was, I'm thinking, I don't think that was her daddy. I think that was her uncle. I don't know. But I thought that was interesting. It's on Instagram on the St. James Show. If you want to go check it out for those late hours, for the late hours, you want to go check that out. You go on over there and do that, okay? All right, you do that. Well, before I went live, I got rudely interrupted with a notification, and I tipped on over there. Rudely interrupted. Just rudely interrupted. Mm-hmm. Hilton, I'm coming for you in a minute. Y'all stay. I've got Donnie McClurkin'd, y'all. E.J. Newton. He was over there. He done been served with papers. He done hid out. Oh, he's still over there talking. He trying to throw out some other accusations now. Him and that Sheraton, they addicted to Lovey. I wish Lovey would bottle it up and sell it. He would be a quadrillionaire because these people won't leave him alone. So he's still over there defaming during a whole court case. He's being sued, and he's still over there. Y'all hit that like button for me. Dracula. There you go. Mm-hmm. You said, what'd you say? Tell your son to come back to the pulpit and preach. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's EJ Newton. Yeah. So he's still up. Just want to give y'all a heads up. He still has lost his mind. He's over there now. He's putting his singing up, him and his daughter. The daughter has a great voice. He sounds like Mickey Mouse's long lost brother. That's who EJ Newton sounds like. Mickey Mouse's long lost brother. And I think he is just all around still just infatuated with Lovie. And so in not many days hence, we'll probably have some more information. So get you abreast on what's going on with that lawsuit, because as it stands today, it's not going well for him. But he's going to keep up the face, and he's going to keep on defaming. He's going to keep on doing it. And it seems to me that he, anybody can sway him. It seemed to me he was talking about him having doubts as to should he be really out here doing all this. And he said, well, then I talk to somebody. Okay, you keep talking. You keep talking to somebody, and ain't nobody giving you no more $50,000 to give to your attorneys. So y'all keep EJ in prayer, because he's going to need it. He's about to bankrupt his whole entire family. Well, have y'all hit the like button yet? Have y'all hit the like button? Hit that like button for me. The National Baptist Conference, USA, the Church of God in Christ, and the Baptists over here, and the Baptists over there, they've all taken a little cashola. We talked about the cashola that they took from Target. See, they tried to go around. Well, let's listen to your favorite evangelist, your favorite pastor, the Right Reverend.
I called the president of the National Baptist Convention. I said, Rev, we can't go out like that. We are selling ourselves short. He said, Jamal, give me a couple of days. Let me get the board together. I said, bro, you can get your board together, but Sunday morning I'm going to the mic and I got to say something. And you got to give me something to work with. He said, Pastor Bryant, give me a couple of days and I will do it. I said, you got 1 week to send me in writing that the Baptist Convention stands with the boycott, stands with the oppressed, stands with the marginalized, stands with the nameless and faceless people who are on the front line. $75,000. Baptist Convention, I'll write you a check. You can't sell yourself out for $75,000. Something has got to break. Over the last couple of weeks, Target been playing in my face. Been hiring internet influencers to go online, rappers and artists and athletes to play and to broadcast outside of Target and in Target, thinking we ain't gonna say nothing. But you ain't got to talk directly to me. All you got to do is watch the rerun of The Color Purple. Until you do right by me, nothing you do is gonna work.
So yes, he did respond to what we had talked about and what I put up in regard to Roland Martin talking about the $300 bribe that it seems that they tried to do with some of the black faith communities. And it seems like we were talking about the National Baptist Convention USA, but there's other ones, even with the Church of God in Christ. And we're going to need Bishop Sheard. Could you come to the front of the church, please, and just have a seat right in the middle of the altar? Somebody give Bishop Sheard a seat. Sit him right there in the middle, right there in the middle. No, you don't need a mic right now, Bishop Sheard. You don't need a mic. We're just going to talk for you for a minute. Bishop Sheard, if this is what they're saying, that the Church of God in Christ also took a cut of that, because they're saying that the $300,000 wasn't even for one. It was $75,000 each organization. Why did they? Who is advising you, Bishop Sheard? we need to see who these advisors are. The Mormons, you remember the Mormons, that debacle that didn't quite work out well. That was a little faux pas, you know. And you needed the $75,000 the organization needed. One of the largest Pentecostal organizations in the world. Y'all needed them. Didn't Mother McCool got that in her right section? She'll pull that right out and give it to you. Mother McCool, the mother of the Church of God in Christ. Why does the Church of God in Christ need to be involved in this foolishness? And listen, is Jamal a little arrogant? You know, this is his baby. He wants to be the face of the boycott, even though, you know, there's other people who kind of started it before him. But I guess he did give it some traction and he did give it some push. So we're going to give it to Jamal. But you can obviously see they're trying to go around Jamal and Al Sharpton and the rest of them who are kind of spearing this thing to say, what dummies can we get and dangle a few coins in front of their face and they'll fall for our banana in a tailpipe? Don't y'all got enough bananas? What? Why did y'all need to do that? You know, it's looking better and better for, what's his name over there in Memphis? And I don't want to say this year, but it's looking better and better for him. What's his name over there, y'all, who may be running for the Church of God in Christ out of Memphis? Somebody know the name. Yeah, they didn't think it was going to get out, Breezy. Oh, it always gets out. You said Jamal is, well, whether he might be. He might be, but you listen, not Porter. Not him. Not Porter. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The Church of God in Christ. Also to for the well, that went well. Is that why he said he was with her? I'm with her. Because Linwood Dillard. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you. You know, it's looking kind of, Bishop Shear, you just gonna hand it over to him? You just gonna hand the organization over to Linwood Dillard? You ain't gonna fight for it? You just gonna keep making these crazy decisions? Okay. All right. All right, Bishop Shear. You can get up now. Thought Karen over there, she was liking a Flaming Rose. Flaming Rose. She had talked about everybody better go get a wig and get some drag clothes, and so you don't have to go just in case this means war, just in case we gotta go. I found it interesting that Karen Clark liked that. I was like, okay. They do look and listen to everybody. They do look and listen to everybody. Yeah. It's dying anyway. They lost influence and credibility. Oh, God. It's a shame. So I don't know what's going to happen in regards to that. Jamal Bryant said he gave the president of the Baptist Convention, USA, Boyce Kimber, he gave him a week to, in writing to show them that they are going to be behind the boycott, and be behind the movement of why they are against Target. So will they do it? Do they care what Jamal says? Then I heard some people talking. I listened over there to my girl in Detroit, who is a Starch Baptist, and she was talking about how, upset they were. She has the radio program. Shoot. I forget her name. Anyway, not Sunday. I forget her name. But they were over there talking about how disappointed they were, that this new president has come in. He just got elected in January. And a lot of them said they didn't want him anyway. Don't that sound familiar? With Sandy, there you go, Sandy. It's with a D-E-E. That's why I thought, yes. Sandy Rose. She was over there talking about how disappointing it was. And she's in the National Baptist Convention. And he said, Baptist born, Baptist bred, Baptist till the day she's dead. That's what she said. Yeah, they just voted him in January. So I think he's making some early in his game missteps. And these people, you got to remember this, the church world is very ran by money. Everything is money. Why do you think the prophets are always about this money? We got new ways of telling you how to give and encouraging you how to give. We got new ways. We got terumas. We got prophecies. We got a lot of ways to get y'all to give. We tell you, in spite of put a color on it. That's a way to get you to get y'all to give. No, not Juice Ready. It's Sandy Rose. Sandy, she's out of Detroit, Princess. She's out of Detroit. She's been on the radio for years. I met her in the line, the VIP line for the Ricky Dillard, one of Ricky Dillard's a couple of years ago. We went to his, not this last one we went to, I think it was the one before. It may have been this last one. I can't remember. Anyway, I met her in line. She's a radio. I think she's won Stellar Awards with that as well. So yeah. Did they think he would be a better? Well, the thing about it, didn't they have an issue with the last president? They always having an issue. It's the same Baptist convention that disrespected Dr. It is. They, and they just gave Dr. Didn't they name part of a freeway out of? They named Gina Stewart. They made a part of a freeway after her. But it's the same Baptist convention that had a problem with her preaching, and all of a sudden the video came down mysteriously, and we know that was a lie. Y'all took it down and then had to recant it because y'all was getting too much blowback. Yeah, so we know that wasn't the truth. Is he from Connecticut? Yes, he's from Connecticut. Yes, his church is like Baptist Church of Connecticut or something. Yeah, JB, that boy's Kimber. He is from Connecticut. Yeah. That just came to me. Yes, he got a Connecticut named church. Yeah. Means they are for sale, unrighteous one. Yeah. Oh, you from Connecticut? Oh, okay. Yeah, so listen, we're going to keep on trucking along with that story to see, what's going to happen there. Is anything going to happen? $300,000, it's really a slap in the face when Jamal Bryant mapped out. And if you want to see the sermon, you can go to New Birth on YouTube and check out the sermon from Sunday. And he mapped out everything that was supposed to be done by, that Target had pledged. And it's a far cry from $300,000. And it's sad to think that they knew that there were some greedy folk that will take the pennies that they wanted to offer. They knew that, and they jumped on it. Stillbirth, be quiet. New birth. Oh, Wilson. Oh, here we go, Wilson. Oh, here we go. All right, y'all. Listen here. Let me get into my story, my Donnie McClurkin'd story. All right. So y'all, did y'all hit the likes yet? Let's get 200 likes so I can tell my story. Will I get 200 likes so I can tell the story now? Oh, to tell the story. Y'all got to hit the like button for me, though. You just refuse to hit the like. At least we really do know that they can sing on key at Perfecting Church.
No other name. No other name. No other name. No other name. Jesus. No other name. No other name. That name. That name is all we need. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Believe it tonight. There's no other name, no other name, no other name, Jesus, no other name, that name is all we need.
That name is all we need. That's all we need. So this weekend, everybody, I said, listen, I just had a birthday on this past week. And I said, listen, I still have some few days off, but I really have all this whole week off, but I'm not going to be off for the week. But I did take today off. I said, listen, me and a friend, we went up to the Bay Area just for the day to hang out, eat some good food, just relax. So I booked a Hilton hotel, you know, and before I even got there, went to San Francisco. Before I even got there, I do what I usually do. I get on my app and I pay for it so I can get a digital key. So, you know, you got your key, it comes, you know, you pay for the room, you request a digital key. All my Hilton Honors people, you know, I didn't do Bonvoy this time. I didn't do some of the other ones. I do the Hilton, you know, I've been a Hilton Honors person for I don't even know how many years. Been quite a while. And so I do that and I pay for it. About an hour later or less, I get my digital key with the room number and everything. So great. I mean, wonderful. Get into San Francisco. I park. I get the luggage out and I go into the room, go up the elevator, bypass, I bypass the front, you know, counter. I've already paid. I got my key. I'm ready to get into my room. So I bypass, go up the elevator. You know, I didn't really like that it was only on the second floor, but I didn't really go through all that this time. Excuse me, changing the room and all that. I was like, it ain't that serious. I'm only here for a day. So I go into the room. It's on the second floor. Pull up my phone and click on the app and I put the digital key up to the door and I press the button on the digital deal and it opens. Wonderful. I open the door. We go in, kind of just throw the luggage in there because it's about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Or maybe a little bit 1:30. So we're going to go somewhere to one of my favorite spots here in San Francisco to have lunch. Great spot. You know, it's kind of like Maine over here in the lobster and the crab and the shrimp, and it's really good. So went over there to have a late lunch. Make sure you hit that like button, everybody. And do all that. Go back to the hotel because I know that we want to do something later on, maybe go and do a little shopping and do a little something. And I said, you know, let's just go and I'm gonna rest for a little while and do all that. Go into the room, you know, I got my little wife beater on, I got my drawers on, I done stripped down. You know that. You get home, you get comfortable. Got my drawers on, got my wife beater on, and just chilling, watching a little flicking through YouTube and got the TV on or whatever. And they were over there taking a little siesta. I said, okay, I'm just going to do this. And I was going to take a little nap too before we got up to do whatever we were going to do to leave. And lo and behold, I hear a knock at the door. And I get up out of the seat because I was sitting on one of the seats in the hotel. I got up. And as I go to walk towards the door, a woman opens the door with her key, I guess, card or whatever. She opens the door and I'm standing there in drawers, wife beater, and she has her head through the door talking to me. We have this room as a vacant room. I said, obviously, it's not a vacant room. I'm standing here talking to you. She said, well, we have it at a vacant room. And yeah, so maybe we need to figure out what's going on. I said, well, what's going on is I paid for this room on my app and I received a digital key that let me in this room. Had I not had a key, I would not be in this room. Well, we don't know what's going on. And I said, woman, are you going to stand here and watch me half naked? Or are you going to close the door and allow me to go downstairs and talk to you? So she shuts the door. Oh, I'm fuming by now. I put on my clothes. I go down there to the front desk. And I get there. I see her over there on the side. Another girl is over here. I say, I need to speak to the manager right now. Woman, behold the man. That's what I told her. You're going to just stare at all my goodies? You just going to stay at the door. Not, I looked at my end. I got my head in. I'm looking at you. And pop back out and maybe shut the door and then talk to me. I was on my way to the door. Unhand me, woman. Don't use me for your pleasure. So anyway, I go downstairs and I said, can I speak to the manager? So they go down, they call him up. He comes from 15 minutes later, he comes. But in the interim, the woman at the desk, the other woman, she's asking me what the problem is. I said, well, the problem is I'm in a room that you guys are saying that doesn't belong to me. And this young lady here have seen me half naked. And I'm so embarrassed and I'm so shamed that I can't even look at her. She's seen all my goods. Dingleberries and all. And I said, and then I had to ask her to close the door because she kept on looking up on me. And I had to ask her to close the door. I had to do it Marvin Winans, close the door. How long will you look upon me? Oh, God. So anyway, the man comes down and he yada, yada. And I explained the story to him and he couldn't believe it. And he's shocked. And they're over there trying to figure out what's going on. And we have you in 202 but you're in 201 and our computer says 202. I said, honey, I don't care what your computer says. I said, and I showed him the key. I said, you see the digital key and you see the room number on top of that. That's why I'm in the room, sweetheart. I said, I don't care what your faulty computer says. I've been doing this thing for years. I just don't know what happened. I said, but I mean, you didn't think about closing the door when you first noticed I was there half naked? You just didn't want to close the door. Okay, all right. And then he comes down. I tell him the story, and he says, well, I'm sorry. I apologize. We're trying to figure out what happened. What can I do for you? I said, I want you to comp my room for my inconvenience. And he says, okay, I can do that. And I said, what else can you do for me? He says, little Caucasian persuasion. He tells him, he goes, like, what the hell else you want, nigga? Pretty much that's what he told me. That's what I heard in the spirit. I looked at him when he did that. I walked away and went up to my room. I didn't want to speak to him no more because I was going to handle that through, the customer service. I can handle that. I go back into my room. Unbeknownst to me, I pulls out my key and guess what? It don't work. So I had to go all the way down to that counter again. I said, y'all disabled the key. I need a key to get into the room. Gave me the key. Oh, we're sorry. We're sorry, Mr. St. James. We're sorry, Mr. St. James. We're sorry. I'm saying that. Just okay. I ain't gonna be too rude. I've already been seen in my nakedness. I'm already shamed. I've been Donnie McClurkin'd. At least they didn't have a dog like they had for Donnie. So I go back up to the room. I said, okay. Fred is laughing at me. Like, I've been shamed in front of the world. Take off my clothes again to relax, try to get some thing. I got up, I got my computer. I hear the door rustling. And I looked over to the door, and another woman walks into the room. Oh, I'm tagging Hilton in this video, too. Another woman with a clipboard. I guess she was head of maybe housekeeping. She didn't even knock this time. She walked right into the room, looked at me in all my glory. I said, this is unbelievable. I put on my clothes again. You would think I was at the motel, the Red Roof Inn. Like some people visit often. We need to talk about that too. Now people suing people. Anyway, I put on my clothes again. Oh, I'm fuming by now. Fuming. I walk down there and I tell the woman, lady, ma'am, I have just been violated again. Oh, I got real white and yeah, you know how they do. You know how they do. Oh, I got real. Yeah, I said it like they would say it. I've been violated again. I've been looked upon. I've been gazed upon. I told her I've been violated again. She says, excuse me? I said, another woman just walked into the room unannounced as I was in my glory. She says, I can't believe it. I said, believe it. And then the woman's come downstairs. She said, well, who did it this time? I said, she did. You know, they said, you know, they pointed out Judas. She did. I said, yeah, she did. Right there at the glasses. Her. She saw all of me. She saw all of me now, and she seen all of me now. I feel violated. Somebody called Judge Judy. So I said, listen here. I refuse. I said, I don't know what y'all got going on here or what nastiness y'all got going on. No brothel y'all running around here. But I'm not interested. I'm not for sale. And I ain't for show. I don't know who got a chubby a foot fetish around here, but I'm not into it today, okay? I said, I need you to move me to another room. And I need it to be a suite. Okay, let me get the manager again, and we'll do this and we'll do that. So I wait, and they come down, and he's doing a whole bunch of yada yada on the computer, trying to flip this. Well, Mr. St. James, we don't have a suite to accommodate your 5 days. I said, first of all, who's talked about 5 days? I'm only in here 1 day. He says, 1 day. I said, see, y'all don't know exactly what's going on here at this establishment, do you? I said, I'm only here 1 day. I'm not here 5 days. So he goes back and he gets me another room on the highest floor. It didn't have a suite. I guess those were booked up or what have you. So they give me another key. And I told him, I said, let me tell you this. I told him, listen, I don't want a housekeeper. I don't want any, I told him I didn't want any food service. I don't want nothing. Act like I'm barricaded in that room. I said, I do not want any more of your employees coming to violate me once again. I don't need it. Oh, we're sorry, Mr. St. James. So I got the key. Then I got the other key, went back up there, packed the stuff, moved to the other room. And like we told Donnie, what did we tell Donnie he should have did? We told Donnie McClurkin'd that he should have put the latch on the door. Put the blood on the door poach. So put the latch on the new room so they couldn't come in. Now we did talk to Donnie about that one. I did a Donnie I didn't put the latch on the first room. But we put it on the second room so they can't come and see upon me. Gaze upon my presence and my essence. So, needless to say, before I went to the room, they gave us dinner, of course, and this and all this, and we got them. I said, we going downstairs and we're having steaks. We're having drinks, and we ain't giving no coupons until we finish. That's what you got to do, y'all. You give the little voucher. You don't speak of vouchers because they'll give you a voucher food, and they'll give you a voucher drink. I don't want voucher drinks. I want top shelf and top shelf steak. I want Wagyu. That's what I want. I want Wagyu. What's up, Deborah? I tell you, we ain't mentioning no. We ordered the steaks and some chicken wings as an appetizer. I was gonna get me some chowder in a bowl, in the bread bowl, but I didn't want to be too greedy because I wasn't all that hungry. But I was gonna get me some chowder too. I let that pass. But I got me a Mai Tai. And she said, "What you want a single or a double?" She said, looks like you've had a rough day." I said, "Make it a double, baby." And that was one of the best Mai Tais. You can see it on St. James Eats right now if it ain't gone on Instagram. So the bill comes, $145. She hands me the bill and I hand her the coupon. She says, oh, you should have handed me this before you ordered. Absolutely not, sweetheart. I said, you got it now. I was such a bitch. $140 later, I gave it a coupon. Get a little voucher. You should have gave me this before you ordered. I told her, that was some good steak too. Mm-hmm. I said, you did this. And I drunk right in her face. Gulped that last drink down. Got up in the morning and went down to breakfast. And the man says, you have a voucher? You gonna charge it to your room? I said, go ahead and charge it to my room because I ain't paying anyway. That's what I said. I wrote a tip down there for him, and I crossed out the total. And I signed my room number, printed my name, and signed my name. Oh, yes, I did. Then I gave it right to him. And when I got my invoice that comes via email when you check out, it had, what you think? What did Jesus say on the cross? What did he do on the cross? He paid it all. Zero. So I'm on my way home. We're not done, saints. I'm on my way home. Did y'all hit the like button? Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like. We don't have 200 yet. I'm on my way home, and on my dash, I see the Hilton pop up, and they're calling me. I said, well, here we go. Here we go. And Mr. St. James, this is Sue, and blah, 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 blah. So she wanted me to tell her my story. So I told her the story, how I was violated, how I was mistreated, how I was looked upon, how I was graped by the eyes. And, I just feel so ashamed, and I feel so dirty and filthy. I feel like that pastor who was in that back seat of that F-150, Pastor Bishop Matthews. I just feel dirty, filthy. And I explained to her, and she says, well, we're going to be taking care of your stay. I said, yeah, that's already happened. Oh, the horror of it all, Nicole. I'm still toe up. Ooh, she looked upon me, and I got to be ready. I'm going to be at my best if you're going to look upon me. can't just spring that up on me like that. I'm traumatized, darling. Ooh. Yeah, I ain't at Motel 6, Jordan. I ain't at the Motel 5. So she's calling me. I told her. She said, we're going to take care of it. Oh, yeah, baby. I got the invoice that said 0 already. I don't know what you're telling me. So what you going to do for me? I said, honey, what's going to satisfy me and what's going to heal me and what's going to, just make me whole for the violations that I have experienced multiple times at your establishment. I said, I've been a dedicated and a very frequent user of the Hilton Honors. And I said, I think of you guys first on my travels. And I said, this incident has caused me to have second thoughts and maybe become, my first thoughts be somewhere else. And I told him I travel a lot. And I said, what would make me whole? I want 500,000 points to be deposited in my Hilton Honors account. She said, excuse me? I said, I am requesting 500,000 points be deposited in my Hilton Honors account. And do you know what she said? I will do that. I said, thank you very much. I said, and when will that happen? She said, within 3 to 5 days, business days. I said, thank you. I'll be looking for it. I'll be looking for it. I said, it's Sue, isn't it? She said, yes. I said, I will be calling upon you if I don't see it in my account. Goodbye. I'm tooting down the road a little bit longer. And Hilton shows on my dash again. Yes, hello. Hey, Mr. St. James. We just spoke. We did. Did you receive my email? I said, no, let me look. And I looked. I said, yeah, I got your email. It's the same email I got earlier, paid in full. We got that. She said, I just wanted to confirm with you that we will, in 3 to 5 days, we'll be depositing your 50,000 credits. Your friend look at me. So what'd she say? I said, excuse me, what'd you say, ma'am? How much? She said, we're going to be depositing the 50,000. I said, oh, oh, that's cute. I said, honey, not only did we just discuss this, but I put this in a text to y'all when y'all text me how my stay was. I had already foretold them I wanted 500,000 credits. She said, oh. I said, you even repeated what I said. You said, I said 500,000 and you repeated. We'll be depositing within 3 to 5 business days, the 500,000 credits, not 50,000 credits in my account. She said, well, I'm going to pass you over to my general manager. I said, you will do no such thing. I said, absolutely not. I said, I've told my story. Every time I tell it, it hurts me. I'm traumatized. I'm not going to sit on this phone reliving the horror and the tragedy that I had to experience at your establishment. I said, you got the story. I've told it to your manager there on duty. I've told it to you. And whoever else you want me to tell it to, it's not going to happen. I said, I am willing to tell it to somebody that's in my corner, if you know what I mean. I'm willing to tell them. I said, so you relay my story to your general manager or whoever you need to tell. But I said, in 3 to 5 days, if I don't see what we agreed upon, I'll give you a call. And I'll make further calls as needed. And I said, well, I have someone here who heard the conversation. And they heard you confirm you were going to fulfill our requests. And you calling me back with 50,000. I said, that's not acceptable. 50,000 is at one of the better hotels for one night. 50,000 is a hotel in San Francisco downtown per night. So no, I want 500,000 for my pain and my embarrassment and my violation. So we gonna sit, y'all. Even though I've been Donnie McClurkin'd, I don't know what they did for Donnie either, because he never did fulfill the story to really tell us what they did for him. Now, they said it was an anon scene. I don't know, Donnie. I don't know. That's what they said. I don't know. They said you was, I don't know. But I wasn't planning to do no anon scene in the hotels. I wasn't expecting nobody to come in and do me like they did Bishop Matthews. Oh, absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. So we're going to see what the Hilton does, and I'll have a, once I clip this and tag them, we're going to see what they do. Woo! Because like I told them, listen, I know others are calling, but ain't nowhere in the world you going to pass me by, Hilton. Did you guys hit the like button for me? Do that. Are we at least at 200? Yeah, good. We're over 200. We're at 210. There was over 500 of y'all in here. Y'all could have had at least 400 likes. My goodness. You said that service. I could play Perfecting Church and not Marvin. Now, we've been following. I didn't want to play it. I ain't going to play it. I've seen it's been played on the internet. The apology that the woman who popped William McCray in church on Wednesday night at Vision Atlanta, she came and gave an apology. Now, she ain't apologized to William. She apologized to us. And she apologized to Bishop OCF. So she's really a transsexual woman, huh? Is she really a transsexual woman? Man, guess so. So she made an apology. I don't think she was in a wheelchair. I think her mother was either on a cane or something. But then I heard somebody say she was on something like a crutch or something. I don't know. She on the good mode. I mean, they good because yes, they good, Jesse. because I couldn't clock it. I couldn't clock it. Y'all subscribe to Sean Talks right there, y'all. Y'all subscribe. Maybe get her to 1,000. Let's get her to the talent. Dollar said that was the most non-apologetic apology I've ever heard. I don't even know what she was apologizing for, because we don't know. I don't think she apologized for nothing at all. But I'm a little confused because I was listening to William saying that he's going to press charges to the extent of the law, but she didn't hit him. So you're going to press charges for an attempted assault? Is that a thing? Because we've seen over and over where he said he didn't get hit. So I don't understand how you're going to press charges against this woman if you were not assaulted. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. We got a whole young blood thing here. We had a missed kiss. Now we got a missed punch. And now it's time to sue. It's the whole Tyrone Blackburn theory here. Courtney, we got a missed punch and a missed kiss. It's time to sue. I don't quite understand it. Claim for miss her. He can sue but not charge. What does that mean? He can sue her civilly. Well, he said, that's what I'm saying. He said nothing happened. And there's videos of that people are going to probably pull up and then probably already downloaded that say, you said nothing happened. Yeah, he started talking too soon. He said he went down and filed a police report. That's what he said. I don't know how true that is, but that's what he said. Tyler and the leg rub. Right. We got all this stuff, but I was just trying to figure out, okay, loud lady, you didn't apologize, though. That wasn't no apology. I don't know about that. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't quite. Let me see. Oh, Jesus. Where is the apology? Did you guys hear the apology? I do have it. Let me see if I can find it. I wasn't going to play it, but I got it. Where is it at? Here it is. Let me see. Somebody just sent it to me, so I didn't edit it or do anything. I just downloaded it and let's see. She ain't apologized for nothing. He said the police told him he couldn't do anything because she never landed a punch. That's what I was thinking, Breezy. I know that's what people say. You are the living word. Yeah, there you go, Fred Hammond. Yeah, so listen. Again, I don't believe in violence and people hitting on people. Everybody, basically grown folk, keep your hands to yourself. Don't let but I'm just telling you now, I don't think everything is quite on all levels. I'm just saying. I don't think that elevator is, I'm just saying. I mean no harm. But it's giving that the elevator, and it could be hormones being taken. I don't know. It could be a number of things, but something ain't right. Am I the only one? I know you're saying, I'm talking about the lady. Yeah, William trying to get an envelope. Yeah, he's trying to get an envelope, but I think people are out there trying to get an envelope on him too. Don't want to open up a can of worms now. Get caught up in court and somebody serve you with something.
Good afternoon. You know who I am and you know what I'm here for. Turn up for Jesus and turn down for nothing. This indeed is the day that the Lord has made. We shall, we will, we must. We've got to rejoice and be glad in it all. Magnify the Lord with me and let us exalt God's name together. And the reason why we exalt God's name together is because God is worthy. Now, I know you've all been waiting to hear from me. And because I love you so much, because I know that God has called me to you, I wrote it down because I don't want to go too far. I don't want to get in my feelings. I don't want to become emotional. So I wrote it all down. And I want to start off first and foremost apologizing to Bishop O.C. Allen and First Gentleman Rashard Burgess. For those
The thing about it, I mean, when you assault someone or attempt to assault them, you would think you would want to apologize to them. I'm just saying.
Those of you who don't know, both of them are my spiritual fathers. And I helped build that church. Amen. And I love God with every fiber of my being, and I would never want to do anything that would embarrass God. So here it is. Listen. Not only am I apologizing to them, I want to apologize to you, the community that God has called me to. God called me to community, and so indeed, I want to apologize to you. So please.
Yes, Princess, she's trans. As I said, the Jessie said she got them good hormones, them good pills, or whatever. Yeah, she's trans. I couldn't clock it either. I don't see it.
Hear my heart. Sometimes things happen in life, right? And for me, being a part of the disruption that took place at the service on Wednesday night, again, I apologize. When people's grief runs as deep as their love and the lines of emotionalism and logic become blurred, may we all be kind to ourselves, one to another, and practice self-love, that we can all heal through our pain. And that's what's taking place. I'm healing through my pain. I want you to know that I love God with every fiber of my being, and I'm human. I'm human, and God keeps me, and I continue to grow.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Day by day. But before I leave you, there's one thing that I want to clear up. Bishop Troy LeVar Sanders, that relationship that we had runs deep. He started out as my brother, then became my colleague, then he became my pastor for 8 years, and then became my bishop for 2 years. And I want to clear up all of the rumors and all of the lies and stuff that's been told. Listen, I was able to be.
My only thing with this, she starts going into, because we know that this was the pastor who was in the bathhouse, and she starts going into like his personal stuff and what happened to him. And I'm not sure this is something that needs to be really disseminated across the internet. Hold on, y'all. Should she apologize to William McCray? Hold on. Okay, and there is your poll right there. There is your poll. I need everybody to do that poll. Should she apologize to William McCray? Because as we can see, this is not an apology to him. I don't want to go into everything she starts talking about, the bishop and all that. And we know that it was said that he died in the bathhouse, but she's saying that he didn't die in the bathhouse. He actually did some other things and he died at the hospital, whatever. Hold on.
They do what they want to do when they want to. Now, who wanted him to leave us and that be the last thing we remember about him? Well, I want you to know that he didn't leave us at Flex. It wasn't until he got to the hospital that he transitioned. He is and will forever be a great man. A great man. He was very intelligent. He was anointed for sure. He was somebody that would show up for you when no one was watching. And so my husband will forever honor his memory.
And she is married, everyone. She is married. She's a transgender woman who is married. So yeah. Y'all say, y'all can't even get a wife or a husband. I know you. I know. Don't be mad at her.
And before he left here, he got a chance to marry us. That's why I say my husband. So he became my father-in-law. And yes, it does hurt. But one thing this weekend that my spiritual father said, O.C. Allen said, don't drop your oil. And you're probably saying, Raquel, what do you mean don't drop your oil? Your oil being your purpose. Your oil being what God has called you to. Your oil being what you are on the earth to do. And so I say to you, and I'm even saying to myself, don't drop your oil. Hold on to your oil. Be all that God has called you to be. Do all that God has called you.
All right, baby. All right, sweetheart. All right. How we doing on the poll here? Let's see. Only 47 of you guys voted, but that I put yes, no, or has he ever apologized? I mean, that's the question of the hour. So 61, okay, we're still at no. We're still talking about no. Oh, okay. But I think who was that? Tyrone? Who said that? Was that Tyrone who said that there still can be charges put up against just because it wasn't, I guess it was an attempted assault. I still say she's a hothead. Yeah. I don't agree with what she did at all. I don't think it was that serious. Don't think it was that serious. And what are you doing, avenging the dead? I mean, we are not God. We're not here to avenge the dead. She sounds too churchy for me to have come out of the institutional church where this is a norm. Why adopt there? Yeah. Well, she comes out of, she said she helped build Vision Church, in Atlanta. And then she went to the other guy's church who passed away. She started going over there. And I guess now she's back at Vision. And William was like, and he said he saw her take communion. Well, many sleep are no longer among you. He said he saw her take communion. Leah said the apology is not necessary, in my opinion. If you're going to be petty, why say anything at all? That's true. Right. I mean, I wouldn't even got on to say this. You got on to apologize to O.C. Allen? I mean, okay. But if anything, well, she doesn't feel that she feels that she's avenging, the honor of the deceased, of her pastor. So she's never going to see it the way we will. She picked up every brick and built Vision. I guess she did, Jesse, every brick. Yeah, she built it on her own with the pastor and the first gentleman. Wasn't the lady in the black that was running that wasn't the lady in the black that was running. The lady in the black that was running across was trying to help the situation, trying to break them up. She was barreling down that aisle, wasn't she? Like Cora Jakes when she was trying to save Sarah from falling to the ground. Yeah, no, that wasn't her. That was not the lady. But I wondered, was that another transsexual lady who was running? She was kind of big. What is William McCray? You said, what is William McCray? He's a vlogger. I don't know. Is that what you mean? AP says legally she couldn't openly apologize. William, well, that's a thought too. William would have had her. That is true. She can't come out and apologize. She didn't even actually say what she did. So she was kind of smart because she didn't even say what she did. She just said the emotions and the things and, got in the way. And yeah, I see they said she preached the house down over there, Cora. And God said, she's old Jakes Jr. They said she did a good job. Whatever. She can preach, but she ain't giving no babies back, but she gonna preach. That's what she gonna do. Cora, why do you still have me blocked on Instagram? Is that really necessary? You know I can still see everything you post. Unblock me, Cora. And while you're at it, LaShawn Cleveland, in honor of your father, James Cleveland, he would want you to unblock me, okay? Listen, it's not my fault that your conference wasn't going to go. I told you it wasn't done right. It's okay. Unblock me, LaShawn Cleveland. Unblock me, Cora. Who else got me blocked? Gigi. I don't care about Gigi. She can keep me blocked. She ain't over there talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. What this thing they be over there doing? You remember when she was planning it? Yeah. That's on the video. She said she was going to go over there and bop William. She did say that. We got intent. Yeah. She's smart, Princess. She's smart. She didn't do it directly to William. So 68 of y'all voted. Y'all said no. 72 of y'all voted. 74. Y'all said no. Y'all don't want no apology to William. Well, listen, he always says he has no drawback spirit, and God is never pleased with one. So that means apology, he ain't going to do it. He ain't going to do it. So what's up, Dr. Creole? Listen, I got an interview on the 11th. I'm going to do on her platform on the 11th of July. I think it's 7 p.m. Is it 7 p.m. my time or your time? I'm in Pacific. Yeah, unblock me. Yeah, I know Marvin. He don't block me. Don't block me, Marvin. Don't block me. I'm just reading court documents. Don't get all in y'all feelings. Listen. It's just a glass over to remove eyes over the present mess. Yeah. Check it, foul mouth been writing. Well, like I say, Elaine, there's some people that Bishop Matthews up in the Bay Area, he got a judgment against William. So that's why William stays under the grid. He can't be, he can't be getting no 1099s and no W-2s. And he said he's a law student, so that was very dumb for her to try to assault a law student. That's what he said. Yeah. Leah said, yeah, apologize. Well, yeah. Now, if she admitting fault, they're gonna put her up the river, Leah. She can't admit fault. Use a video when she said she didn't hit him. Look at my pretty face and my right. That's what he said. He said, look at my pretty face and my pretty teeth. He said, my parents paid, what did he say, $7,000-$8,000 for this smile. He wasn't hitting me. She didn't hit me. Well, it is confirmed, King Shelton. That's what he said. So you gotta be careful. You can't speak too soon. Okay? Be careful now. It is Monday, huh? I'm over here like it's a weekend, and Lord, I ain't been to work since Tuesday. They're gonna drive me crazy tomorrow. They're gonna drive me nuts. He is not about to sue that lady. No, he's not, because it takes, guess what? You got to put money to sue. He's not an attorney, even though he likes to say he's becoming one, but you're not one now. So you're going to have to get an attorney, and nobody's doing this pro bono for this. Listen, Princess, that's what he said. I can't confirm up the LRS. $7,000 for them teeth. $7,000. Not a thread touch, he said, JB. So I don't know what we suing. Not a thread touch. He said the hat shielded him. God blocked it. He wouldn't let it be so. What he gonna do? He probably try to sue them. Well, see, AP, that's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking too. I said he might try to be smart with it and know where there's some for sure money. Because let me tell you, some people just you ain't never gonna get no friendship out of some people. I'm just gonna leave it right there. Ooh, my back. Ooh. Where's my scratcher? Ooh. Got something. I think I gotta whine something. Ooh, my back. Okay. Just so classy, huh? Just classy. But yeah, I thought about too, AP. He might try to send one of those Tyrone Blackburn letters to Pastor Bishop O.C. Allen. Bishop Allen, look out. Look out. Because if he can't get it from her, he'll say he was assaulted. You know, the establishment that I'm getting 500,000 credits from. He can't sue the church. He went on record saying they protected him. Oh, see, we talk too much, Courtney. We talk too much because he didn't say that. Like he was the president, like he was the Secret Service. Oh, he did say that. Yeah, Blackburn will take the case. He over there trying to figure out what money he can get out of Fat Joe now. You need to be over there focusing on that Jake's case. Ooh, young blood, you in trouble. And your folks with you, y'all in trouble. The Blackbird ain't thinking about you. He is over there to the next one. The Diddy case about to be over. You know he ain't getting nothing out of that one. So he over there with he's a crook. Allegedly. He will work for free. Yeah. He'll work for free. They took him out because he said, well, listen, he went on record saying that he was not touched. They didn't touch him, Deshaun. That's what he said. That's what he said. I'm just saying. You can't take back, because you know they done downloaded some videos by now, just in case. Listen, that we always give ourselves away. Just give it away too soon. Where is Youngblood? I don't know. He's up under the rock. Youngblood ain't nowhere to be seen or heard. He waiting for the ball to drop. He waiting for St. James to look at him in that courtroom in Pittsburgh, because I'm sure going to go and look. I'm going to be like Armand Wiggins over there at the Diddy trial. And I'm going to come and give y'all minute by minute what's going on over there at that see how long I got to stay. I wonder how long that trial would be. I don't think it will be long at all. It may be a few days or so. Maybe I only got to be there like a week. That would be great. If I only had to be there like a week, or if it's 2 weeks, I can be there, then fly back, then fly again. Yeah, something like that. He said security treated like a prince. Oh God. We're waiting on the judge to come back and let us know that the case is going, and then determine how long discovery needs to be, how long the trial is, and that type of thing. So that's what we're waiting on the judge to have the final say to see when it can go. Because of course it ain't gonna be dismissed, because he already didn't dismiss it. Blackburn came through and tried to just kick the can down the street. That's all he's doing. Yeah. JB said that pride will mess you up every time. He was embarrassed and hungry for the clicks and views, had to prove people wrong. And the people were giving him money. So, you know, the more you talk, the more people give. But what you say is recorded. Yeah. What you say is recorded. Yeah, I was listening to Armand Wiggins before I got on here. So Armand is hilarious. So there's some crazy stuff coming out at that Diddy trial. And then I don't think Diddy is calling any witnesses. So it's going to go to the jury. I don't think he's calling any witnesses unless that changes tomorrow. Yeah. He started crying on the line. Well, you got to, you know, a little extra change, a little extra coins. If I sat on here and cried, y'all give me some money. Yeah. You can give me some money. That's where it go. Jay Russell said, was it just me, or did it seem like the first video was in a room of people and he seemed a little timid to talk about what happened? He has so much more to say in the next. I don't know. I didn't really watch it that deep. I mean, the first one, I ain't even gonna lie, I probably watched like 5 minutes of it. That's why I didn't hear a lot of this. I just hear like people saying different stuff. I didn't really hear a lot of it. And the second video, I did watch it I watched it yesterday a little bit longer than I had. Yeah. But, you know, I don't watch when he's off. I do 1.5 or 2. I go faster. I can't, you know, it's too slow for me. And I don't even mind if y'all do that on the replay with me. I mean, sometimes I get a little slow talking, you know. So you got to do a 1.25 or 1.5 or do something. Just how it is. I love that feature on YouTube. It's even on Facebook, actually, too. So if you're watching on Facebook in our storefront church, you can actually do it on the replay. You can mess with the speed as well, too. Is Sheard stepping down? I doubt it. Why he going to step down? Sheard ain't going to go nowhere till they kick him out. New show idea, The Church Court. They present their case on YouTube. They get a share of the ads and shit. Oh, well, that's interesting, Ingrid. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Very good idea. He has a civil case, especially since he added to the embarrassment by apologizing to everyone. Well, but you know, I think it's so much that he said before that I think would negate his feelings of, you know, trauma and his feelings of, I just don't know if that will work, but he can try. He can try. Did y'all give me up to 400 likes? Oh, I know I'm just running my mouth, huh? Imagine y'all doing right and clicking it 400 times the like button. Imagine that, Inspire. That's just too good to be true. Too much like right, as my mom used to say. I watch snippets of each one afterwards because I can't take. Yeah, that's something. I don't watch it all. I never watch it all. How did that start? Okay. Yeah, I never watch it all. But when I do watch, I'll speed it up, and then I still don't watch it all. Sometimes he has some good stuff to say, but sometimes he's like talking about stuff that happened like a week or two ago. So I'm like, I really don't care about that. Even though people love, you know, commentary on different people, so they'll listen to it. But he was supposed to have been trying to cast, and then he couldn't get it working, so he hesitantly told the story. Oh, okay, gotcha. Come on, Bushes. It's anonymous. Right, it's anonymous. We can't even tell. Only people can tell you hit the like button is YouTube. That's all we can see. They don't know who actually hit it. We don't know who actually hit the like button. But well, everybody, listen, I was going to drop the link, but I don't think I'm going to drop the link tonight. Listen, I'm not feeling it. I feel so violated still. I feel, you know, I need to go lay down and I need to hug myself because Hilton has they have totally embarrassed me. Yes, they have. So I don't think I'm going to drop the link tonight. What you say, Abe, can we do the work filing? Can he do all the work with filing at the emotion? No. Yeah. What's up, Gabe Prim? He won't get in trouble. Nobody will know. AP says a simple assault. Where's it at? What is that? A simple assault. It's a misdemeanor in the state of Georgia. It is simply an attempt to commit about an injury on another person or a person's act that places another person in fear of immediate harm. Well, yeah. If that's, you know, if he can go with that. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for. Yeah. So everybody, listen here. If you want to support the program, do so. Do so with your, and this is our main way of supporting the platform. Thank you for those who put a color on it on tonight. Appreciate your support and helping us reach our goal. But $ the St. James Show or $ St. James Show, you can take the THE off, and it will get to us. So I appreciate you guys supporting the platform. Even if you're on our replay, you can use that right there, or there's a heart down there that says thanks, and you can also do a super chat or super sticker or whatever they let you do with that feature as well if you don't have CashApp. And of course, we have Zelle and we have PayPal by using the TheSaintJamesShow at att.net. And if you'd like to send me any stories or send me a note or something, you can also, there's the email address, TheSaintJamesShow at att.net. Not only is it good for PayPal, Zelle, and PayPal and Zelle, but it's also our email address to communicate with me as well. And make sure you add us on Instagram, The St. James Show, St. James TikTok. That's what it is on TikTok, St. James TikTok. And also Instagram, The St. James Show, Facebook, The St. James Show, and also St. James Eats. All right, that's my little food blog on Instagram and here on Facebook. And of course, the main headquarters, the Carnal Church Sector headquarters is right on YouTube as well. Make sure that you're a subscriber to that channel as well. The Carnal Church Sector. Boy, isn't the Carnal Church Sector growing and growing and growing day by day. We got bishops in the back of F-150s being S'd out. S-U-S-L-U-T, you know, T-Y out. I don't want to say it because, the algorithm on here, they will, they're being more, they get you for any little word. Jives was talking about, I don't want to cuss. Because listen, the boy done cussed 50 times going south. Your monetization is gone. The boy did so much cussing. The preacher kid do so much cussing over there. Listen. You catch the replay, Prim. Catch the replay. All right, everybody. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Make sure you support the program and you turn on your notifications so you will know each and every time that we come on. I don't know when I'll be on this week. I ain't got no schedule, okay? I don't know when I'll be back. I'll just be back, but I know we are looking for some court documents to come through, so hopefully some of those will come through this week, and we'll be able to update you on Bishop Jakes, Marvin Winans, and some other court cases, and maybe we'll get some information on the Lovie Elias case that we can talk about. So hopefully all of the information, and just to let you know, listen, let me tell you something. Young man. You still over there cutting up. You ain't doing nothing but giving your attorneys more and more money. So you need to quit cutting up over there, EJ. Ask the Lord, beg God, beg him for some orthodontia. Just beg him. God is a fixer of beards and fixer of teeth. Don't we serve a good God?
Somebody told me when you get in trouble. Somebody told me when you get in trouble, he'll bring you out. He'll bring, yeah. Somebody told me when you get in trouble. Somebody told me when you get in trouble, he'll bring you out. All right. He will. Oh, when you get a saving, when you get a little lonely, when you feel afraid, just a look to Jesus. He will.
you out